Wayomer Elohim Yehi Ur. Wayehi Ur. And God said, let there be light. In Hebrew, that literally translates as, and God said, light become light. Light be light. We know we used to say, we're used to reading in English, let there be light. However, that's not exactly what God's saying in Hebrew. In Hebrew, he's literally saying, light, be light. In other words, he's speaking to light like it's an intelligence. This is very important. He's referring to light like it's an intelligence, i.e., like it has a spirit. God is speaking to light as if light has a spirit. Let me show you why. You guys are going to learn something deep in this class. Let me show you why. Okay, boom. Can everyone see this screen?
Yes.
Everyone pay attention. Very, very powerful lesson right here. Every single Hebrew letter also represents a number. So if you want to represent the number 1 in the Hebrew language, you're looking for the letter Aleph. If you want to represent the number 5, you're looking for the letter Hey. If you want to represent the number 80, you're looking for the letter Pei. If I want to find the number 20, what Hebrew letter am I looking for?
Kaf.
If I want to find the number 100, what Hebrew letter is that?
Kof.
Yod is what letter? What number?
10.
Ayin.
70.
Zadeh.
90.
All right. Tav. You see Tav? Which one is 400?
Tav.
All right. So now watch this. You guys are going to learn something very, very powerful. I need everyone to remember what I just said. This sentence that Layla just read reads in Hebrew, Wa Yomer Elohim Yehi Ur Wa Yehi Ur, which says, and God said, light, become light. It doesn't simply say, let there be light. If God simply said, let there be light, that would mean that light is something that God created that has no spirit or intelligence like we do. It would be like a robot or a piece of machinery, something that you just made or built. But God speaks to light as if it's something that exists with spiritual intelligence. Why is God referring to light as if it's an intelligence? I'm going to show you why. The next verse says, everyone follow me, Wa ya re. Say ya wa yar.
Wayar.
Yar.
That means and saw. Elohim. And God saw. Et ha'or. Et ha'or.
Et haor.
Let me ask the class this question. Some of you might know it, some of you may not. I'm going to ask it anyway. How many commandments do we have in the Bible, guys?
613.
Perfect. 613 commandments. God speaks to light as if light is an actual spirit. And I'm going to show you why. The phrase Wayar Elohim and God saw, et haor means the light, the light. So let's look at the numerical meaning of the letters in the two words et haor. Aleph is
1.
1, right? I'll need somebody to be my calculator. Aleph is 1, correct?
Yeah.
Tav is
400.
So 400 plus 1 is what?
401.
Hey is
5.
401 plus 5 is how much?
406.
All right. Aleph is
1.
1.
406 plus 1 is
407.
Wav is
6.
407 plus 6 is
413.
And Resh is
200.
413 plus 200 is what?
613.
The light that God is speaking of, class, is the Torah. That's why God is speaking of it like it's an intelligence. This is why in the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verses 22 through 30, I'm going to show it to you now live in class. This is such a powerful teaching, guys. Take a hats off to yourself that you're able to understand it. Never let someone tell you that you're too young to learn something. Never let someone tell you what you can or cannot learn. Your mind is amazing. Here we go. Proverbs chapter 8.
Torah.
You're very welcome. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 30. The Torah is speaking, or wisdom is speaking in Proverbs 8, chapter 30. And wisdom says that she was with God as his, I'm going to show you the word in Hebrew. Someone read this Hebrew word for me. What letter is this? It's definitely a sufit, but which sufit is it?
Noon Sufit?
Excellent. Noon sufit. So now pronounce the word again.
Amon.
Amon. Amon. Amon means blueprint. The Torah says, when God created the world, I was the very first thing that he created. I was the very first thing that God revealed. Nothing was revealed or created before I was created, so that I was a blueprint. Who can tell me what a blueprint is? Who knows what a construction worker is?
A person that builds things.
Right. Construction worker is a person that builds things. A lot of construction workers build buildings. Some of them even build houses, right? Mm-hmm. When you're building a building or a house, a construction worker might pull out a big, long paper, and he's looking at it. What is that paper called?
Blueprint.
It's the blueprint. Guess what? The Torah is the blueprint of creation. Just like the construction worker needs to look into the blueprint before he creates the world, God looked into the Torah before he created the world. You know why? God wanted the world to have morals and principles. He didn't want a world where everyone lived doing whatever they want, kind of like what we see today. That's why we have so much death today. That's why we have so much disease today. No one wants to follow what God says to do. That's why we have so many people failing in life. That's why we have so many people not achieving their goals. No one wants to follow God's blueprint, which is the Torah. When God begins the book of Genesis, light, guys, is the very first thing that God creates. The very first thing that God creates is light. Look at it. And God said, let there, someone read with me. And God said, let there be light. This is the very first thing God created. Can we all agree?
Yeah.
All right, now watch this. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 22, the Torah says, the Lord created me at the beginning of his course, as the first of his works of old. Then she says in verse 30, Wa eye etz lo amon, Then I was near him. Etzel lo. Etzlo means near him. Wa eye means I was with him. Wa eye etzlo amon. She says, I was with him. I was near him as a blueprint. God looked into me and created the world because God wanted the world to have morals and principles so that people could achieve their goals, so that people could reach their vision, so that people could accomplish everything that their heart sets out to do. Guys, I'm hoping you really, really are listening. The class is great. Yes, we're learning to read Hebrew, and that's great. But learning to read Hebrew means nothing if we don't get the message that comes from this amazing language.